Greetings and welcome. How are we all feeling today? As imperfect human beings, we fight, we argue, we have conflict, and sometimes we just don't see eye to eye. And it's okay that we don't get along. It's okay that we sometimes have disagreements and arguments and debates, but fostering a healthy relationship is very, very important for your mental health and your value as a human being, because our relationships add value or take away value from our lives. It all depends on who you allow to come into your life. And unfortunately, relationships need a lot of communication, a lot of compromise, a lot of finding middle ground, understanding each other. And yes, sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the ones we love. But don't make a sacrifice that will deeply, deeply hurt you or deeply affect you, because no one who loves you will force you to make a sacrifice like that. So it's important that you foster healthy relationships and that you get out of toxic relationships as quickly as you can, because toxic relationships cause things like manipulation, insecurity, codependency, and we don't want to be stuck in an unhealthy relationship. And as social creatures, we are very social creatures, and we need to have human interaction for our own humanity and our own mental state. So it's important that you foster healthy relationships, because your connections with people is what keeps you strong, what keeps you healthy, what keeps you going, what helps you feel loved and supported and encouraged. Don't pursue unhealthy relationships. Really think about the bond that you have with this person and think to yourself, is this healthy or am I truly unhappy? Because it's not always about being happy in a relationship, but it's about feeling safe and content. And it doesn't just have to be a romantic relationship. It can be any type of close relationship that you have. And it's important that you always work on maintaining that. It takes constant effort and maintenance to have a healthy relationship. You need to constantly work on your issues, constantly work on the needs that you have in the relationship. We need to establish our needs and our boundaries as well. And that's something that you'll find easy to do if you communicate enough in your relationship. Remember, a relationship is not always 50-50. Sometimes it's 80-20, sometimes it's 40-60. It depends on the day, but at the end of the day, on your better days, you need to be willing to pick up the slack for that person who's not doing so well and cannot put in as much effort. It's a give and take, but not always the way we think of it. It's not an immediate give and an immediate take. It's about, what can I do for you to make you feel safe, comfortable, and heard? And then the next day when you're having a bad day, they'll make you feel safe, comfortable, and heard if you are in a healthy relationship. It's important when you are building a relationship or building relationships in your life, you need to spend quality time, because you need time to bond, time to get to understand each other, learn more about each other, learn what the other person is feeling and what they're thinking, so it can give you a better understanding of where they are mentally and emotionally. Always be open and communicative, because if you can't be open and communicative with someone that you love, then who can you be open with? You can't be open with yourself if you are not open with others. And by others, I don't mean strangers or people you just met. I'm talking about people in your immediate family or your spouse or your partner or whoever it may be. Always be open about what you're feeling, because the more you leave it in the dark, the worse it's going to get. And understand that both people in the relationship need to feel supported. Even on days where you are arguing or you are fighting, you must still support each other through the difficulties and always be willing to listen. Because people don't always want advice, people just want someone to listen. And feeling heard just makes you feel so much more appreciated and valued. And compromise. Find a middle ground where you're both happy. You both have to give up something small, but you're both happy because you are able to find something that works for the both of you. And as I said, sacrifices are so important, but you will know if you are making the right sacrifices, because a sacrifice will not harm you, and someone you love won't force you to make those sacrifices. So always seek to foster a healthy relationship, because it determines the value you will have in your life. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that beautiful person. Stay strong wherever you're from. You are worthy.